Coach Frenchie directly for Thailand for another Habs Weekly Report on the great Sunday night, September 22nd, 2024. Yes, it's all about the Montreal Canadiens tonight. I'm going to review the what happenings on last week for the Montreal Canadiens. And don't forget that we are back Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night, and off Friday, Saturday night, and next Sunday. That's what we got here on the special evening of the Montreal Canadiens because the Montreal Canadiens played 4 games during the weekend. We're going to do all the play-by-play. Don't go nowhere. This is the place to be. And, of course, we're going to talk about the Montreal Canadiens all week long. Be ready. This is the beginning of the season 2024-2025. We wait for many months. Sunday got eliminated last year, but eliminated. They got at the end of the season, April 2024. Send that, we just wait for the beginning of the season, 2024-2025, and we're getting there for the exhibition game. I'll try to play 6 games for this upcoming week, and then following by 2 more games the next week, again, the Ottawa Senators, before they start the season, October 9 at the Bell Center, again, the Toronto Maple Leafs, and possible match maturity. I don't know. I want to see. But Sunday night, without him, it will not be the same. And he is back again directly from somewhere around the Ontario. Back in the house, back at the caveman, upstairs, downstairs. We call him the legend. We call him the greatness. And I'm talking about who? I'm talking about Mr. Enortap is back in the house.
Hello, Coach. Hello, Hockey Nation. We're getting close, Coach. Just around the corner.
Yes.
Are you ready?
Oh, I'm ready. I'm fired up to see what's going to happen with the Montreal Canadiens. Already the camp happening on the week. I follow the camp. I follow Demidov. I follow all the prospects. We have a lot to follow. And we try to deliver a lot of great content for the channel every single day to leave you a little bit more update and news around the Montreal Canadiens. That's what we try to accomplish. And for the people who don't know, Demidov play tomorrow at 12:30 Eastern Time, your time, Mr. Enortap. And we're going to provide on my X account under the Coach Frenchie 10X. You're going to see all the clip of Demidov on the channel also after the game. So if of course, the quality of the image is pretty good. Sometimes it's not easy. You have to go around and then it's a little bit complicated, but we're not going to complain. At least we provide the best stat of the meetup. Anyhow, Mr. Top, before we start, we're going to welcome everybody very quickly. Be ready, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight we have a full information about the Montreal. Roy from Thailand is in the house. Abination knocked the door. We have, of course, David back in the house. David, hopefully doing well. Philip Brand back in the house directly from Sherbrooke. How's doing on over there? Sherbrooke Phoenix on the QM. Luc Laforson back at home from Lange Gardien a couple of days ago. But still, we miss Alexis Laforson, number 2, Mr. Top. RDP is in the house, followed by Julien Wiseman. Charles, salut mon Charles, from Europe. I think he's in England. Our friend Charles. A2 knocked the door. Michel looking pretty good, coach. Yes, he's looking great. Unfortunately, he's not going to be part of the game tomorrow night. But I'm going to talk about this a little bit later. Henry back in the house. Henry is a new player of the fantasy hockey, ladies and gentlemen. We're looking for 3 new general managers to join our fantasy hockey. I'm going to provide you the next couple of minutes the link. You can just send me an email if you want to. Ask Coach Frenchie at gmail.com, and going to give you the first 3 people. They sign up. That's it. That's all. We're going to complete the full year of the ESPN Fantasy Hockey under the Hockey Nation. We're only looking for people enjoy the fantasy hockey and participate. Participate is not every day. At least a couple of times per week, you check your roster and you answer all the trade proposals in our tap. He's going to provide a couple of proposals on the year. So be ready for that one. He take advantage of some people, but we're not going to get there about this tonight. For you is in the house tonight. PLW is in the house. I'm very curious about PLW because now Otani get the 50-50, Mr. Tap. He cannot go there anymore. So he go with the Toronto Maple Leafs tonight. Toronto play against Ottawa Senator for what I heard. So
Oh, they're getting killed tonight.
yeah. So
It was
no, he said looking good so far. A keep on the bottle on the Otani to steal the base every day. David back in the house. Isaac Labro from San Jose, from New Jersey is in the house. Gary back in the house from Ontario, and under Gary, the best driver UPS is in the house.
yes, Gary.
LDP 7-3 at the football score Buffalo last night. Marco Larbi knocked the door, ladies and gentlemen. Marco Larbi is going to be with us this Wednesday night for the notebook. Welcome back, Marco. Hopefully, see you over there. And we have the Falcon lead the Chiefs 7-0. Randy Walkman knocked the door tonight. Welcome back, Randy. Talk for the Red Coast has not slept since. I see that since houses passed about that one. We'll talk about this next couple of minutes. Watching the league at the center. And Blue look weird to see Assurance. Bob Smith is in the house. Welcome back. Joseph also. Martin Bazinet from Vaudreuil. From Waterloo, I apologize for Martin. Waterloo, it's under one for
Waterloo.
and look at Hutson, everything. Charles Coach, I'm a Scotland, but again, A for effort. Here we go. LDP again. And George Doucette, I got the email. I'm in the league. George, please click on the like. Thank you so much, George. George, he's really quiet. He's behind the scenes a lot. He's always pop up in the chat. George, we appreciate your support of the channel. And Mark Elliott is in the house for tonight. You talk about Murray and the net in between night. The worst thing the league could have done is make Matthews captain. We'll see what happening for Matthew for the upcoming season. So we have no time. We have to go all the way. The show is going to complete at 10 o'clock p.m. We have too many things to talk about this. First news of the week on the NHL is about the New Jersey Devils. Dawson Mercer signed a new deal at 3 years at $4 million. His first 3 seasons in NHL, 17 goals, 27 goals, and 20 goals for Mercer. We know it's another RFA signed a new contract during the week, Mr. Enortap. We know Mercer negotiation with some people took him about $5, $6, $7 million. But at the end of the day, he reached an amount of $4 million after Zeder. Lucas Raymond signed a new deal. We still wait for Cole Perfetti at least, and then Jeremy Swayman to have a new deal as a RFA. But this is a great signature, Mr. Enortap, to get Mercer at $4 million for the next 3 years.
Absolutely, Coach. I mean, for $4 million, 3 years, it services both the team and the player in various ways. For the player, it gives him the opportunity in a short period of time, 3 years, to bank on himself and show that he can put the production forward, and therefore get a larger contract after the 3 years. And for the team, it's great for now because I think it fits nicely with their cap space that they had available. But more importantly, in case things aren't going the way they anticipated with Mercer, it makes it a very tradable contract as well. So it'll be interesting to see. I like Mercer a lot. I've always thought maybe something could be done with Montreal to acquire him, but congrats to him and to New Jersey right now.
Well said about Mercer Enortap. Apologize for that. I stop here, but I think overall this is another great asset, part of the top 9 for the New Jersey Devils. With other they have like Jack Hughes, we know Shire, with Meyer, we got Palat, we got Jesper Pratt. And the defensive players, I know they're going to lose him a couple of weeks to Luke Hughes, but the Doug Hamilton is back now with the team. And now 2 new goaltenders for the upcoming season. Jake Allen as a backup of Max Rom. So again, this is a team, I believe, now back in the playoff after they missed last season. Prior a great year, the year before that. Would be interesting with your new head coach, Shelton Key, Mr. Enortap. Put this all together, seal the pot. Playoff 2025 Devils maybe compete with the Canada Hurricane for the second position, Mr. Enortap. I'm going to give all the projection, guys, for everybody. People asking me when stop. We stop this the October 2nd all the way to October 9th, guys. Going to have all the kind of projection. We have something special for all of you. Be aware about that new proposal we have for all of you on the projection for the season 2024-2025 in NHL, Mr. Enortap. And that's conclude Dawson Mercer on that news. The next one, guys, is about the Edmonton Oilers. They confirm now, even though Kane is out until January, February 2025 minimum after his surgery happening last couple of days. This is a piece of what Edmonton have to figure out some point about the money, salary cap, everything like that. And we know Edmonton is one that maybe the top three team in NHL considered to win the Stanley Cup for the upcoming playoff 2025 with Florida Panthers. Two teams maybe could rematch the Stanley Cup final of 2024. We won't see that, but Kane is out until the beginning of the year 2025 for the Edmonton Oilers. Mr. Tap. The next one is about the Canucks. They signed Kevin Lincoln. Lincoln. He's a goalie came in the NHL a bit late during his career with the Chicago
That's
Blackhawks a
right.
couple of years ago. Go to the Nashville Predator. Now the Vancouver Canucks, they try to figure out, they're not sure about Demko. The injuries, a couple of years, he's going to be maybe ready, maybe not. It's a little bit concerned as a Canucks fan to hear about Demko. And I think to get behind Zilov, the rookie goaltender for the Vancouver Canucks, and now to get Lincoln in, I think it's just a security for the Vancouver Canucks. Worst case, that Lincoln can go to the Abbotsford of the American Hockey League farm club of the Vancouver Canucks. The head coach, Mr. Enortap, is
For who? Abbotsville?
yeah,
I'm not sure for Abbotsville.
Manny Malhotra.
Oh, Manny Malhotra. Yes,
Yeah, left the
very
Vancouver
very
Canucks
good utility player.
2 years ago. He was assistant coach, been with the Toronto Maple Leafs also, but returned with the organization of Vancouver Canucks. He's the new head coach of them, Mr. Enortap.
Nice.
Islanders Devils is 2-2, Mr. Enortap, after the
You
second
too.
period. 3-1 Ottawa Senators against the Toronto Maple Leafs. 2-2 the Utah versus the Blues. Mr. Enortap. We'll give you all the information. Arj is going to give us all the update and NHL and of the NFL, Mr. Enortap. We'll see what got in the chat, Mr. Enortap. I don't know what's going on here. Roger Delaney knocked the door swimming with Boston, tried to move him if they cannot sign him. Possible. LDP Mercer is a playoff tie, the player will around a player with a grit. I agree with you about that. This is the kind of player you like to have for the playoff team. Great point about this.
Yes,
Bob and Son talk each other. My Laney remark came through Abination. If it'll be interesting if Abination going to draft Laney Mr. Tap at the NHL Draft Fantasy, but we're going to see happening about that information, Mr. Tap. Victor knocked the door. Pierre Martin is in the house. Aki knocked the door. Appelsford about that one. And Andre Calabo gave us all the information about that. El Sparta, I've called it long time ago. We're gonna to back Calder with the Hutson and Demidov. Interesting about that. Excel. Every time I see Excel Sparta, Mr. on top, I was thinking about I know it's strength a golf ball. Excel number 1, 2, and 3. You're looking for a ball like that in the wood. Remember? You try to figure out your ball. Where's my ball? Where's my ball? Where's my ball? And then you pick up on
yeah.
you and you one in your pocket, you drop it. Oh, I got my ball. I got it. Just kidding. That one.
That's only if you're a bad golfer, sure.
Yeah, I don't play golf anymore. Anyhow, that's when Kings announced for Run with Kings, not with us with now, but Kiriev is out, Ms. Anta, for a long time with a fracture clavicle happening
Serious.
the last couple of days. Kiriev just signed a new contract as a RFA below $1 million. So this is under injury. Guys, injury in
That's a big one.
NHL happen a lot. It's happened a lot, Ms. Anta. So that's
Yeah, the
happening.
injuries they started early and they continue to amount. That's a tough one because I think they were hoping that Kaliev would have a bit of a bounce back year this year, and they
And
were
with the
relying
departure
on
of
him.
Edvidson.
That's right. Yeah,
So we'll be interested follow for him. But again, one good news for him, he's not going to request any trade until January for the upcoming season.
at
Dylan
least
Pointer signed contract. It's a 9 overall pick in 2021. A year, 8 years contract, Mr. Hunter, I did not find the amount. I don't know if someone knows. I look around and
no,
I cannot find out.
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it yet.
So
the amount.
35 points, 45 games last season. This is a great player. Just add more power under the Andre Tourigny head coach with, of course, Schmalz. And we talk about Keller, the new players coming now with the Utah, Sergachev, example, and Merino. So it's very interesting to see that team. I think the key for me, a little bit like the Montreal Canadiens, they have a good goaltender, but did not prove a lot. Velchmelka have difficulties last season. Ingram respond very well. But this is
Excellent.
the two question. Where is this a big question for the upcoming season for Utah? This is where I think Utah need to improve at some point by the NHL draft or by the trade, Mr. Top, for the team Utah. And that's conclude, guys. All the news for NHL. Not going to go deep. If something happening, we'll let you know about that. Let me checking something like that, Mr. Top. For some reason, my computer is
Off.
it's happened. It's my other one. Anyway, Mr. Tap,
Oh,
it's just that's all, guys. Welcome, everybody. Don't forget, please, to click on the like. And this is the time we're talking about the Montreal Canadiens, Mr. Tap. And the first thing we're going to talk about is Patrick Laine. What happened with Patrick Laine? But he was supposed to be out today. And finally, he showed up at the
yeah.
practice. So it was a miscommunication or misreport. I follow a couple of people like Renaud Lavoie, Karen, and everybody else. And then they heard like Sue Coleman, and they said Lenny is not going to be there as a treatment day for Lenny, but
Therapy day.
was on the ice with the Montreal Canadiens today with the group number 2. Depends how you want to set it, but that's happening for Patrick Lenny. And then we got the center tap, the brother Jekai is doing an interview. We're going to review a little bit what Jekai wants to talk about today.
It's awesome. I mean, I've obviously been older my whole life than him, so I've been showing him the ropes for just the way of life and everything like that. So no, it's been fun, and I'm excited to have him here and wear the same jersey one day. It's gonna be a blessing.
Now, would you have to teach him cooking to stay together?
We haven't been cooking much. Just been going out to eat or ordering stuff in. But I don't know. Our mom's gotta teach us, to be honest. Yeah, it's obviously it's huge. I mean, our parents spent every single dollar towards me and my brother to play hockey, and we both played AAA. I mean, it's so expensive every year, the hotels, the traveling. Like, my mom was sleeping in the car in the parking lot, like while I was at practice late night, and dragging me out of bed to get to school, and just lots of memories and lots of money towards us. So it's finally paying off, and it's special.
About yourself?
I mean, nobody's gonna test them because I'm gonna be there.
Here we go, Mr. Enortap. It was a Jekai brother during an interview happening during a press conference today. Look, this is a great
How can
family
you not love them?
basketball. The parents are amazing. The mom, the dad. This is a happening, guys, everywhere. The AAA players cost a lot of money to play hockey, by the way. So they
It
make
does.
sacrifice
Yeah.
for the kid. Now the kid wants to come back and they give back to the parents. But it was a great interview for that. So I'll give you a couple of minutes talking about the Albert Jekai and the Florent Jekai.
Well, it's probably the highlight of the scrimmage today in the conference. A very humorous one at that, and you can tell they're very tight. Their dream has always been to play together on a professional team, and they're going to get the opportunity in the exhibition games, but we'll see. It'll probably be more realistic down the road when Florian eventually comes to the team in a year or two when he's ready. But you gotta love these kind of stories. They're it's no surprise to me why the entire city and all the fans took to Jack Eye right from the get go because his path was not the orthodox manner. He had to work extremely hard under tough situations to get to where he's at now. And I think both brothers are making the best of their opportunities, and hopefully we'll continue to see great growth from both.
You're absolutely right about that, Mr. Tap. I can't wait to see. They should be on the one they're going to play on the exhibition game. I believe they're going to be together on the same roster. So we'll be interesting to see that. Ron with Kings Monitor is on the show tonight. We'll come back. And a lot of great conversation. Bob Smith is active with Mark and Joseph Felice. RJ Glabo continues. Great debut for Thorpe and the WHL overtime goal. It looks so good. Might be
Torpedo.
still about that. All those information, guys, is coming very soon. We have everything. We cover everything, guys, and then I have something very unique, Mr. Tap, tonight. I'm going to show to you all the players for the Montreal Canadiens prospect. Where are they for the upcoming season?
Okay, that's good. I like that.
So I think you're going to see those information. I think that will help. And then I make a video. It's not released yet. I wait when I'm going to have a slow time or maybe too busy to make video. I did one, Mr. Tap, how you can watch all the game in all different league in the world. So
Interesting.
by link, and then example, Flow Hockey carry on a lot of TV game for the UCHL example, the QM and the CHL, the CSSHL, the BCHL, Liga, the Slovakia, and
Beautiful.
it's everything. It's pretty good. I'll need to, of course, I read an article on the social media, Scott Wheeler, and I resume what he wrote about that. So I just want to share with you what's happening, Mr. Tap. But the
We look
main
forward to that,
conversation
Coach.
tonight, Mr. Tap, is about the main camp on the Montreal Canadiens review 4 days, Sunday beginning all the way to Wednesday at the beginning to Sunday. First of all, we're going to start with something specific, Mr. Tap. Some
What's
are
that?
shorter, some are bigger, some lose weight. Joshua what? Lose some weight for the
Yes,
Montreal
he did.
Canadiens. Logan Mailloux dropped
I,
7 pounds for 213. Rebecca dropped half inches, I believe.
half inch,
Right?
yeah.
And then we have Hutson lost a quarter of an inch.
How do you lose size? I don't know. I don't get that one.
It's
The
because
weight I
they
get,
testing and they put the right rules at the some place. I don't know, but now he is at 5'9", 3/4, and he's still at 162. Rebecca lost a couple of pounds, but the good news it's Oliver Kapanen, Mr. Tap.
an inch and a half.
Exactly, and how many pounds?
I think it was close to what, 12, 13 pounds?
16.
16. Wow.
So Kapanen have a great. He'll take a lot of Red
Beast.
Bulls or something like that, Mr. Tap. I don't know what he takes, but he grow on that one with him. But at the end of the day, Mr. Tap, the review of the 4 days. I would like to hear you a little bit, not specific days or whatever you want to talk about the 4 days. And the people in the chat, they're sharing what you think so far. Since the beginning of the main camp and what specific player, a line or whatever. This is your turn for the chat to have a great conversation about your Montreal Canadiens. And Mr. Tap, here we go. You can talk about whatever you want about the camp for the Montreal Canadiens.
Well, the camp, as we started off talking about a couple days ago, or 3 days ago, actually, we had fewer invitees, which was obviously a great start. And then I think even the way the teams were set up, it was sort of an indication of how they were progressing. Like they were set up so that certain lines, anticipated lines, would be together on all 3 of the teams that they had projected. It's been good to see that the first line with Slavkovsky and Caulfield and Suzuki, pretty much is where they were at last year. I think they had a solid couple scrimmages, and that was good to see. And the interesting thing was the third and the fourth lines. And at this point, I almost don't want to call it the third and the fourth line because they're pretty much interchangeable. It was good to see that there was chemistry with guys like Evans and Gallagher, and then Dvorak with Anderson as well, and Joshua Roy. So that's great because some of these players, I think, will really step up under these circumstances, especially when they have a little bit less ice time. And I'm talking about some of the older guys like Gallagher. I think he's gotten off to a very good start, but if his time is managed and and his utilities are used properly, I think he's going to be very valuable for Montreal. Guys that stood out to me, right there we see the beautiful saucer pass from Hutson to Heineman. Too bad he didn't score on that. That would have been the perfect cherry on top. But what a great pass, and it's just an indication of how in tune he is with the game and his skill set where it's at. He's done what he did with the rookie camp as well. He's been very impressive. At this stage, I would be extremely surprised if he doesn't start off here in Montreal. I think you look at guys like Armia has been, and Gallagher, as I mentioned earlier, have been looking quite good. Now, it brings us to the second line, and that's where we see a little bit of disconnect at this moment. And I think Martin St. Louis has spoken to it on a couple of occasions that pretty much, you have to be patient. You have both Doc and Liney that have been off for quite a bit of time, and it's going to take a while for them to get back into game shape form, but also to establish that chemistry between the three of them, and Newhook being the third one. Now, again, sometimes all it takes is a little bit of tweaking, and I kind of agree with I think Marco had mentioned this as well last time we were together. We'd love to see Newhook on your third line, more so, and somebody that maybe steps up and fills in that position on the second line would be great. But we'll see. Let's give Newhook the benefit of the doubt that he can handle it on the second line, and we'll see where it goes from here. But just be patient with that line. I'm pleased with the defensive pairings as well. It's been a little bit difficult because since Gouli's been out of the scrimmages because of the appendix being removed, and he's going to be out 7 to 10 days, the pairings have kind of been a little bit off. But the final thing I would say, we've seen some good progression with guys like Barron, who was one of the question marks. I thought even Martin St. Louis thought, he's really digging in, and he looks a little bit better defensively, but offensively, he was showing good spurts. Mayu was obviously looking good as well. We talked about Hutson. The other guys were all fairly solid as well. So I'm not overly worried about that. It seemed today he mixed up, Martin St. Louis kind of mixed up a little bit the three teams coach. And you notice if you look at the third team, to me it appeared pretty much like the team that's going to probably be going to Laval or in other destinations, like the guys like Arsenault and
After, if you don't mind,
Dauphin.
let's see the group, if you don't mind.
Yeah, if you have it, that's great.
Yep. I have, first of all, we have one of the group here. We have Coffee, Zuski, Sakoski. This is a new group happening yesterday. We have Huet, Dewarek, Anderson, Farrell, Beck, Davidson, Jacquard with Condotta, and Major. And then we have Madison, Rebecca, Barron, Jacquard, Waterspoon, and Hayes. And then the goaltender is Primo with Tobesh and Mr. Enortap on that group. And the second group, we have Lenny, Doc, Newhook, Gallagher, Evans, Armia, Barry Boulet, Kapanen, Hanneman, Pesada, Gignac, Talk. Then we have Hudson, Savard, Strobel, Mayu, Trudeau, Engstrom, Montembeau with the goaltender Hughes. This is a group practice at 12 o'clock today. I expect that group play tomorrow night. I could be wrong, Mr. Enortap, but don't be surprised to see that group Monday night, and then the group of the Suzuki, sorry about that, play Tuesday night. This is my projection. Again, it's not confirmed by Montreal Canadiens, and the group you're talking about, it's all the players going to be at Laval Rocket. They are not on both team. Of course, some players like possible, like Jacquard, Farrell, Beck, Davidson, Major could go to Laval, but a player like Savoy right now, with is with the group number 3 example and many
Yeah.
others. And that's the reason you just mentioned about that, Mr. Altap.
Yeah, that's right. And I mean, there weren't a lot of surprises, to be totally honest, with that third group. I mean, maybe the only one of name was Riley Kidney that was in there that you thought maybe would be given a little bit more of a chance. But at this point, they're not messing around. Like it's not about experimenting. It's they have an idea of who they want to pair up with whom, and offensively, the lines they have a solid idea of who's going to be with playing on the first, second, third, and fourth line. So it's good. It's good to see that they're headed right to business and that they're ready to take on the season. The nice thing, Coach, in ending this, the nice thing is because of the third and the fourth line are looking as solid as it does, it really gives Martin St. Louis a lot of flexibility if he wants to tweak little things and maybe put somebody else in a different chair and try that out to get them going, right? And there's been a lot of good stories that we need to see, like guys like Anderson. I think Armia's been very, very solid as well. He's hard to move off the puck. He's so strong on the stick side, and he commands the boards very well. So, those are all good signs because, as Martin St. Louis said, it gives you, and this is what they've been fighting for ever since the rebuild, is it gives them that depth that they absolutely need in order to convert some of those one game losses to wins.
Yeah, for me, when I review the 4 days, like you just said, you nail it, Mr. Tap. You touch it. The Islander lead 3-2, Mr. Tap. The Leaf come back with a tie the game 3-3. Patrick Matthews score still 2-2 between the Blues and the Utah. And then the Golden Knights take the lead 1-0 against the Sharks. We have one more game. The Kraken play the Flame. And earlier, Mr. Tap, the Panthers beat the Nashville Predators by the score of 3-2 on the
3-2.
schedule today. We have 6-2 Flowers against the Washington Capitals on top on that game. Then we have Mitchkov, one assist during that game. I don't know if he scored a goal. Let me check about that. No, he have 2 assists, Mr. Tap, for Mitchkov today.
Yeah.
And then I'm glad that 1+ guys. I'm
You
very
know
happy.
what?
Go ahead.
Morgan Frost had a nice game today for Philadelphia. That was good.
Chenko scored a goal for the Washington. The Rangers beat the Boston Bruins 3-2. And like I said, the second game did play a double header. The Panthers and Nashville, Mr. Tap 6-2 today. So and we are back in the NHL, guys. Oilers beat the Winnipeg Jet 3-2, by the way, today. Sam O'Reilly, the 32 overall pick by the Edmonton Oilers, scored a goal, the 31 overall goal. And then Raphael Lavoie scored his first goal with the Edmonton Oilers for them. So that'll give you a little bit what's going on, Mr. Tap, around the NHL. I'll just go to carry on a lot of information about that. What you just said, you nailed it for everything. For me, it's about we have a lot of positive information we got for the last 4 days. So it's fun players. We don't have a lot of players are struggling right now. Like they really not get. Of course, we don't hear about that, but look like Barry Boulet have a good line with Kapanen since the beginning of the playoff of the scrimmage for the Montreal Canadiens. I think we don't have 4 line. Montreal is going to play with 3 line, but they have 2 third line, Mr. Tap, at this moment.
That's right.
Great start with Evan, Armia, and Gallagher. The chemistry is already there. A little bit quiet for the Vorak, Laney, New Hook. And I will say to you, Mr. Tap, it's easy. It's all because the injury they got last season, so it takes a little bit longer to returning at the full recovery and then the full peak of their health and the physical of what they have to bring on the table for the upcoming season for the Montreal Canadiens. So we welcome everybody, guys. We have a lot of people knock the door. Tony G, Tony the Mark, and then we have a match and knock the door. PL consider delivery. Some great information. Gary Conway is active and the chat also. Now it's 4-4, Mr. Tap, between the. I don't know what's going on, Mr. Tap. Match scored his second goal of the game tonight, Mr. Tap. So a lot of things going on.
Looks like he's got himself a contract.
I can't wait to hear the defense. Oh, we should have match Pelletier with the Montreal Canadiens guys. No, um, no. 4-3 went out for the Toronto Maple Leaf.
Four
Like you said,
four, 4
4-4.
4. Yeah, it is 4-4.
Okay, so the NHL did not delete. There you go. We got the now. They just put it to what's an update score for Mr. Tap. Again, for Pacific guys, calm down. Calm down.
Come back.
You expect score 35 goals? No, I don't think so. Anyhow, Mr. Tap, we need to have a spot for Michael Pesetta. That's a story for the time, Mr. Tap. Now, the question for everybody in the chat and for you, Mr. Tap. One specific player at the main camp who is in for the season 2024-2025. Like, you don't know yet, a specific player you think
Yeah.
he will end now for the upcoming season. So no doubt right now is bing, is bang, boom, bing, bang, is there.
I mean, I alluded to it earlier, Coach. I'd be shocked if Hutson doesn't start here in Montreal. He's definitely showing that, and it's not just one or two games or scrimmages that he's been showing this. It's been a while. It was even the stint that he had up here last year. I mean, he fits in. I think he has already the respect of all the other players. And I'd be very, very surprised if he doesn't start with the team. And I would say, a close second would be Joshua Roy. I think that he's showing that last year wasn't just a one-off, even though it wasn't a huge sample space, but he's the kind of guy that he can compensate times and games that he has off with the selections that he makes, because he's got a very good sense of a hockey sense, and he knows the right plays to make. He's never going to hurt you defensively, so that's the key thing, and he can only increase offensively as well. But here, you saw Armia making that drop pass to Matheson, and then getting the nice goal there. So a lot of good signs we're seeing, and that's the good thing.
Yeah, sorry about that, Mr. Tap. I consider reading what's going on in that chat for different people about that. We talk about Philip said Kapanen, hands down. Kapanen for another one. Mayu for Roger Bouchard. Welcome back, Roger. Hopefully you doing well. I'd be sure to go Ray Barker for that one. And then PLW is still talking about Pacioretty. Then Marco Picard's patch is a saga now. No Pep or his Pepsi. Mr. Tap, who was the first player you talk about?
The one I said was Hutson. Yeah, I believe. I mean, he's just showing so much out there, and even especially on the power play, Coach. Just the way he's not stagnant. He's always moving around. He's hard to check. He goes to the half wall extremely well and creates open passes and open ice for not only himself, but it's a lot of times he draws a couple guys in with him, and obviously somebody's going to be open at that point, and he finds them. So, like I said, I'd be shocked if he doesn't start with Montreal.
One specific player for me is really line out Sun, Mr. Tap. Look, no doubt in my mind. I know has been always a pro line out Sun many months ago, year ago. People said the size, the weight, everything like that. Yeah, sometimes you watch player guys and they are different players. They are unicorn. They are no Lane Hutson that's on top in NHL right now. No one is like Lane Hutson. The kid is unbelievable. Again, that's just going to be a Norris Trophy winner right now with Adam Fox or any big defenseman in NHL. But Lane Hutson bring a dimension where he brings fun, excitement, and happiness for a Montreal Canadiens fan they don't see long time ago. Only during the practice yesterday, guys, Mr. Tap, I watched just about, I don't know, I cannot recall it how many times I watched it, Mr. Tap. I think right now I'm about like 500 times. Listen, I cannot recall it. You think about a perfect pass, like how many defensemen can do that, Mr. Tap? Like,
No, I know.
It's
and
not
and through
Peter
and through.
Popovich, Mr. Enortap, can do that for the Montreal Canadiens. Remember Peter Popovich, Mr. Enortap?
Yes, absolutely. I remember him. Yeah, but you're right. Like right through three players, and right on the stick of Heineman there. Um, and again, it's not something that he just pulled out of the hat. I mean, he's been practicing a lot of different things, but it's his vision. That's the key thing. He sees things that other defenders don't see, and he's very careful. Also, he doesn't take chances that are dangerous. Like he works well with his partner on defense, and he's had a couple partners in the scrimmages. So the beauty of it is he doesn't. I think what Hughes once said was, "We're willing to live with the odd time or two that he might take a chance and it doesn't work because and they get scored on or whatever because he's going to create so much more offense going the other way." And when you got a player like that, you have to unleash him.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that, Gary. You're right. Gary told me about this. In my video, I said it's like a bomb in football, right? The quarterback is at the line 2023, and then you have the right receiver go all the way to the side of the field to get that
Yeah,
pass, and then go to the touchdown. It was just missing the element. If he put the puck in the net, that would be like
exactly.
Uh, but again, this is a kind of players Hudson is, and a lot of people, he's small, he cannot play on defense, but he's so smart, Mr. Tap. He recognizes what he can do and what he cannot do. But he uses his hockey IQ to take a little bit more
Yeah,
advantage on those battles left and right. So at the end of the day, I think that will be the reason why I feel like he's going to be a solid defenseman in each other. Would you trade back for Jacob Pelletier? Not for me.
no, neither me.
For me, I
No,
don't think so. Will be the key behind that. I know people
no,
are
no.
excited for offense, but the Abs need to defend better. Rebecca is ahead of Mayu and Barron in defending. Yes, but not really for the Montreal Canadiens.
The
This
the
is
only
the
thing
only
I do.
player. This is the only defenseman start the season for me with the Montreal Canadiens. If they go with 7 defensemen, if they go with 8 defensemen, this is my problem at 8 defensemen, Mr. Nata. Every night they have to put 2 defensemen on the held to scratch.
Right,
All right? Savard not going to be held to scratch. Cooley
Matheson.
is not going to be held to scratch. And Madison is going to be no held to scratch. Now we have 3 spots for 5 defensemen. Jekai, Barron, Hutson, Strobel, Rebecca Omeyu.
Hmm.
All of them are less than 23 years old. All of them need to be on the ice to develop. So for me, are you willing to spend 2 young players on the every game on the L3 scratch and not let them play in Laval, where Barron is not a waiver exempt? So Barron and Jekai are almost automatically have to be
Oh,
part of the Montreal roster, and I don't think so. They would, you can struggle a Baron one game, and then you have to maybe Mayu or Rebecca, and then Hudson. But Mr. Tap, I have a bad news for the fans of Rebecca and Mayu. Hudson, it would
what's
be
that?
really hard to put him and out of the lineup.
I agree.
So that
I mean,
would that's very hard. Ottawa guys just score 5-4. Rain hard score a goal the second of the night for Ottawa Senator. But again, I just want to give you
now,
that because Marco talked about this. N26 is
yeah,
at the house, by the way.
the only thing I can see, Coach, and I mean, we talked about this last time we were on. I could see them starting with 8, but for a short period of time, like maybe for about 10 games or so, just to sort of get a little bit better indication and evaluation of the players and who can handle what at this point at the NHL level. And then knowing that a couple of guys they can send down if they need it, one of them at least. So I could see them maybe starting with 8 for the first 10 games and then making the adjustment and going to 7.
Would be really interesting about that for sure. Yes, trouble can go Laval, but are you going to remove another left defenseman on that side and then keep Barron, Rebecca, Savard on that right side, and then you have Cooley on the right side. Again, this is going to be
Yeah,
difficult. For me, I have only one player, guys. It's Lane Hutson. Now, you can talk about Barry Boulet possible as the forward. As we don't know he's going to be 13 or 14 forward. But I don't see Owen Beck. I don't see Kapanen. I don't see Eneman. I don't see Talk. I don't see Jakai. You still have 6 games to play, but at least you have no injury, Mr. Top. You have
yeah,
no spot.
yeah.
No spot. Whatever Kapanen have an amazing. Now, it can maybe keep them, but they're not going to be in Montreal. It would be better anyway for Kapanen and Santat to play one full
To
year
return.
with a Timra, to have minutes over there, power play, PK, everything like that. Have that kind of Sweden under him for 1 year, play with the man, and come back now after the year, and then have a better chance to make the team. And they have more open spot for the upcoming season, 2025, 2026.
Absolutely.
The departure maybe Devorak, Armia,
Vorak.
Estada, Sabah, and Jake Evan. The time will tell us, but that will give us to Montreal to get Captain Demidov and to the lineup. We don't know yet for Owen Beck. So another thing happening
Exactly.
there for the Montreal and and also, Mr. Time, you have no problem to go up and down. Patrick Lawhite said that, to keep 7 defensemen, send someone in Laval, and then you bring back from Laval and Montreal Canadiens if it's the case, if you need it, whatever is the situation.
It's hard.
So,
It's hard to play that because you really bank on the chemistry and working together with the rest of your teammates, and you're going from one team to the other, and it's not easy to juggle that, especially at a young age.
yeah, absolutely about that. So we'll see what happening on the Center Tap for the Montreal Canadiens. We talk about the Hudson Success Pass, Mr. Tap. I want to bring you here, if you don't mind. The subject of the night was Hudson for the Calder. And of course, the people say, oh, MG coach is still crazy against Lane Hudson. But also, I make a video today about Gallagher still bring the fire for the Montreal Canadiens. He has it, Mr. Tap. Gallagher ready for rock and roll for the upcoming season. And then Montreal Canadiens prospect Shifty. I make another video, Mr. Tap. It was a busy day for the Hockey Nation channel today. But
You know what I don't like, Coach? Go back to that Gallagher picture.
the Gallagher
I didn't.
picture,
I don't like the fact that you put the fire right on his left hand. You know he's had 2 operations on there, don't you? He's broken that hand twice.
exactly.
You could have put it anywhere else but on his hand.
On his end, because broken hands at twice and missed 125 game prior the year
Oh wow.
last
Yeah.
season. Mr. Tap.
He's a
Would be
warrior.
it's the kind of player you need on your team as a leader, of course.
Absolutely.
Bring
Yeah.
energy and he brings some lead by example. Vernon Gallagher, a 5th-round pick, and a long time ago, I think 2008, but I could be wrong about the year, Mr. Tap. But Calder Trophy for Lane Hudson. We know what City Briné, Will Smith, starting the season. Possibly Shane Wright with the Seattle Kraken. And maybe
Hmm.
other prospect that we can name. I don't know is Brinkley or Nado or Nazar can make the NHL. I can go the way like that, right? But Lennartson play almost 80 games with the Montreal Canadiens. The way he play right now and the way we see him since the beginning of rookie camp, we have to consider him possible to be a nomination for the Calder Trophy for upcoming season.
You know what, Coach? I'm not going to discount anything, but I mean it's just difficult to obviously project, right? This early on, I mean, you don't know how these rookies will react once the real games start, and not just Hudson. I mean, Celebrini obviously is going to be a great player. We're going to see quite a bit from him this year, and he's going to make a few headliners. Um, it's not out of the realm of possibility. I will say that for Hutson, but uh, let's wait and see, because didn't we go through a similar conversation a few years back when it came to Cole Caulfield, and then it didn't quite materialize. But um, you know, it's difficult. It's difficult to put a label on them. Let him be him, and the rest will take care of itself.
PLW gave us a couple of names like Celebré, Mishkov, Sankoven, Gauthier, Will
Stankoven,
Smith.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's the odds right there. But I think he fit very well on that nomination for the trophy Calder if he played properly. I'm telling
I
you right now,
agree.
this
I
is a
agree.
title promise on tap as a coach. Oh, I want to see him. No, I cannot see him. Again, look what he just did. Oh, I know we have to be careful. I cannot do it. He do this again. This is what Leonard said. It want to bring us guys excitement for the upcoming season. I remember guys when Cole Caulfield show up when the Montreal Canadiens on the playoff the year with the Tampa Bay Lightning, Vegas, Winnipeg Jets. What Caulfield did, right? And after that was Uri Sakoski bring for the Montreal Canadiens with Albert Jacquet. As a Montreal Canadiens fans, I do all the play-by-play with Tap. If I was said tonight that player is held to scratch, people want to leave. They don't want to watch the game. So this is what you're going to bring with Leonard Son. It will make the fans really excited to watching the game for the Montreal Canadiens, and the Montreal Canadiens should be better for the upcoming season. By the way, my the vote and on the channel question of the night show, Mr. Tabs, about Leonard Son. Give us your answer. How many points you expect for Hudson? 20, 30, 30, 40, 40, 50, or over 50 points?
I'd put him maybe around 40 to 50. Like I'm trying to be realistic and cautious as well. But you're right, Coach. Like him, and later on we'll see if not next year, the year after. But I'm anticipating next year. Demidov is the same kind of player. These two guys will bring the fans out of their seat on every time they touch the puck. They're just that dynamic, and bring such you know a uniqueness to their game that will help the team down the road. So like I said, the Calder Trophy is not out of the question, but really, there's only one trophy that really matters, and that's the Stanley Cup.
Yeah, we talk about Dylan Wonder and Mr. Tap just for a goal for the team Utah.
Yeah,
And the Golden Knight beat right now San Jose 3-0 at this moment for the Vegas Golden Knight. The Sharks will be interesting to follow. Like people talk
the other
about
thing is it depends how much they intend to play him as well. Like I know we were saying, it's hard to not play him every night, but I think they're going to be smart about it. I don't. I think if he needs a therapy day, they'll give it to him, obviously, and so that could reduce his production as well. That could affect the voting and stuff. But we'll see. We'll see. It's premature and something we can revisit maybe around Christmas.
it would push out Mr. Tap Mike Madison on the power play number one at some point. It
I
will
agree. I agree.
Martin Sui we have to use Hudson 20 minutes, approximately 18 to 20 per game as a second pairing minimum. The only time we
Yeah.
not play on the PK, honestly. But at 6 versus 5, at the end of the game, you try to tie the game as on the top. Leonard will be there.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
You know,
no doubt in my mind, this is a minimum for me. I'm not be surprised he reached a 40-point minimum for the upcoming season. And if he reach 50 point on the NHL as a rookie
that would be
defenseman,
amazing.
this is a part of the be a nomination for the Calder Trophy. I put him on the top three, Mr. Top, right now on the Calder Trophy. And this was the subject tonight on that situation. Everybody, don't forget, please, to click on the like. We appreciate that. Utah just score, Mr. Top, take the lead 3-2. And then they just score and their home goal to tie the game 3-3. So I don't know what's going on, but Gal just gave us that information about this for that. So a lot of people talk at PLW. Mark and N26 exchange with Bob about his frustration about the Hutson. To win the Calder Hutson, we have to get 50, 60 points, meaning Madison won't play on the first power play. This is one of my expectations at some
Yeah,
point. I think so we want to win game. You
that's
want
it.
to let play the best player on the ice and not say, oh, yeah, but can I protect always my veterans? It would happen organically, Mr. Tap. It would say, I don't have
Well,
no choice.
look at the way it happened with Slavkovsky last year, right? He started off on the second line, and eventually it was an opportunity for him to move up, and he's never looked back.
You're absolutely about this, Mr. Enortap. So let's move on. What we got, Mr. Enortap, tonight. A couple information about injury, guys. Like I said, I know we have to touch wood, Mr. Enortap. I don't have wood right now, but Kenny Coley is the only one having injury for 7 days minimum with appendicitis. And then Jacob Perrault back on the ice right now. He shot on the puck of the Gum Wesley today. Wesley was returning on the ice today. This is a What I said Gum was famous on top is because they put a fake goalie with some hole, right? So
Yeah,
Gum was there 5'7" with a big belly. He fit very well on that grill in front of that. They put that picture in front to say Gum. Well, he spoke in between periods. That's another subject for another time. It's on top. A lot of people talk about this. Which other rookie defense can beat Hudson and point?
rookie.
Rookie.
I
Leshinov?
don't think anybody. Oh yeah, are we talking about Montreal or in the NHL?
No, he talk about I'm sure NHL. So Leshinov
Uh,
is the one I can in my mind. I don't know if Dickinson, Parek, beyond returning in Denver anyway. I don't know
I think
about
so.
Dickinson, Parek, and Yakenchuk. So I don't think see any other defenseman right now. For my opinion.
Yeah,
Now the
I
draft
don't see
before that,
Yakinchuk.
more forward. Koczynski's already make it. Nemec was already there. Chirichek, I think he played enough game to play not a rookie anymore. Chirichek have someone have to follow up with the Columbus Blue Jacket. But that's pretty much it.
Levshin is hurt, and
Yeah.
besides, he's not as offensive minded. But yeah,
Islanders
it'll
take
be
the lead
good.
for 2 minutes tap with a goal of the Simon Armstrong. We know Armstrong was a great player and USA
Toronto Maple
team
Leafs.
development about them. So that's a subject we can talk about this. Mike Godet, welcome back. Already. Don't forget, please, to click on the like if you don't mind. That'd be awesome for that. So all injury, right, guys, about that. The next thing when it's on tap was a group. We already talked about this, so we now have to
Yeah,
go back over there. The group 1, 2. The only information for the people just show up here. Martin Saint-Louis reset is 3 groups. And the group number 3 is most of the players are going to be a Laval Rocket or they're going to play other destination for the upcoming season. They are not going to have a chance to play with the Montreal Canadiens roster. Most of the players maybe could be invited from the Montreal Canadiens. All the players that really have no Simalek example, I can go the way like that. It's not that. So this is what happened. Group number 1, group number 2 are going to participate at the exhibition game Monday night and Tuesday night. We don't have any information about the players going to play tomorrow night yet. I don't think so. If someone have it, guys, you can share it with us. But I don't think so.
not yet.
I like Dickinson and Parek. Then Yakenchuk the game, but I don't think so, guys. They go to join the team for the upcoming season. What about Zellweger? I think Zellweger
I mean,
played 40 games last season.
Dickens. Yes, around there, maybe a little bit less, but I mean, Dickinson's about the only one that's really, I would say, NHL ready at this stage, and he has looked good, but I don't think he'll be
Instead of
starting
that,
there.
the minimum game to be a rookie or to be available to
It's,
be a rookie in NHL, what's the minimum game?
I would say,
You cannot pass the maximum game without. After that, you cannot be a rookie in NHL. What is the number?
uh, I'm not sure. I'm
You
not
have
sure.
a max game you can play in NHL. After that, you cannot be a rookie. And the number
Is it
is 25.
55?
25,
25. Okay.
right? Olen Zellweger. How many games you think he played
Has
last season?
I think he's under. He's under 25.
26.
Oh, 27. Oh my gosh.
So
That's
he
too bad.
cannot be anymore. And the rookie, Mr. Tap,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
goes 7 assists for 9 points. Michael Devlano is in the house, Mr. Tap. Welcome back.
Welcome, Michael.
Thanks to be with us. Dak has only played 212 games in NHL out of the 14 and the 5 years, Charles. Can we expect him to finally play a full season? But this is one we don't know yet, right, Charles? It's we wish, we want. Dak wanted to, but he had many injuries in his shot. I think, you know, the year before that, Cooley, Jekai is bid again back to back year. But Caulfield was hurt the year before that. Sakiski was hurt the year before that. And look, Gallagher was hurt the year before that. And look, they all play over 70 games for the upcoming last season. So
Yeah,
we wish the same Monahan for many years with the Flames. The first year with the Montreal Canadiens, and then last season play a full year in NHL. We wish the best for on that one for sure. Joshua Roy is another one played 23 games last season, so he can be a Calder trophy for upcoming season. A lot of people. O2 is in the house tonight. Thanks to be one part of the show tonight for everybody. Mr. Tap, one thing about what happening with the during the weekend, I follow all the prospect guys. I make clips on the channel and on my Twitter account. But I want to talk about Demidov, Konishkov, Torp, and Vincent
Thorpe
Rover, Mr. Tap, and not necessarily on an order. But guys,
in that
Demidov,
order.
during the weekend, guys, watch that move he did. He's coming now. Zip inside pass to Kosmin. And Kosmin cannot put a puck in the net. But look slowly how shifty is the Mita with his hands. And he fake it, and then he drag it, and then Kosmin missed that one, that goal. Now, I want to talk about Kushnikov. Kushnikov, guys, whenever he start the game on the third pairing, he's always play the most of the minute per game with Zaliev. This you can see him on the power play 5 versus 4. Then he played on the 5 versus 3. But look what was active as. Who he is this guy with the puck right now on the blue line? You cannot see him right now, number 6. Kunishkov has 6 shots on the net during that game, and then he also have over 21 minute play against the Demidov, the SKA. They lost for the score of 4-3. But again, you can see right now another shot of Konishkov. Active. I love his skating. I love how he played on the defensive side. And this is a Bogdan Koshnikov. Going to see him only in the season 2026. Again, another prospect for the Montreal Canadiens. Really good for him. The next thing I want to talk about, it was his first goal during the opening season of the Vancouver Canucks. Vancouver Giants, Mr. Tap. Tyler Thorpe scored his game-winning goal Friday night.
Torpedo.
1 assist. And he had another assist yesterday for a total of 3-point weekend for Tyler Thorpe with the Vancouver Giants. We know Thorpe scored 2 goals at the rookie camp for the Montreal Canadiens. Another big, great draft by the Montreal Canadiens. Again, Thorpe scored a goal on that move, a shot, wrist shot, a big 6'5", Mr. Tap for the Montreal prospect, Tyler Thorpe. Now, it was not the only one, Mr. Tap. Vincent Rover scored 4 goals during the weekend. Rover drafted 75 overall pick and 2022, the year of his second. You can see him. He's going to score in front of the net again. He is always the player inside and in front of the net. Rover scored 4 goals. Mr. Tap scored only 9 goals last year and 49 games. And his debut. This is going to be a goal on the shootout yesterday. Look his hands at the end for the forehands to backhands. Whoop, whoop, hit the net, Mr. Enortap. Vincent Rover, again, another great prospect for the Montreal. We don't hear those names. Most time we talk about, of course, the Montreal Canadiens different players. And that's what we got for Rover. You have 2 other goals. I don't know what the video is, Mr. Tap. Anyway, it's not a big deal. We think about the Montreal Canadiens prospect. We just mentioned the Demidov, the Konishkov, the Thorpe, and the Rover. And we don't talk yet about Michael Edge.
That's right. I mean, it's still a little bit early, but you know, I'm going to say this. Obviously, it's not rocket science. Like these prospects will develop at different rates and a different pace. They have ability to. Some have the ability to step up and make the team right off from draft, especially some of the higher picks, and some others take time. Like I look at somebody like Rohr, and last year was a little bit more promising. This year looks very good so far. It's going to take time. Like I still don't see him with the club before maybe 2 or 3 years down the road. With Thorpe, a big imposing figure. I mean, if he works out, and so far he's looking very good, to have taken him and selected him in the 5th round, I mean, that would be considered a steal. With Bogdan, I mean, he's been coming along steadily, and as we sort of had anticipated, and he'll definitely be able to help. Like I like his ability to always put that puck on net. Like doesn't matter the traffic in front, he finds a way to needle that puck right to the goalie and create rebounds in front of the net, especially on the power play. And Demidov has been Demidov. Like again, I wouldn't get too hung up on how many points will Demidov have. I'm more concerned with when he's on the ice. Does he create opportunities? Um, does he make players around him better players? And so far, he's answered the bell on all of those things. And to boot, he also has the points as well with 6 at this stage right now. So all good signs. All good signs for Montreal.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Antoine says great point of view about McCordy. And then Gal, you talking about Dylan? Which Dylan you talking about? We'll give you that answer.
Dylan Gunter?
Guantar is not.
Not, no. I don't think so. He played,
Quantar play a 70 game,
yeah.
78 game. So if he's talking about him, so thanks for everybody to be at the chat. Don't forget, guys, click on the like if you don't mind. That'd be great. That's a great conversation. The chat, everybody. We try to get 60 likes. Can we get the number 60 likes? We need to reach 58. Is the number the point of Hutson going to do next season? It's not that.
Sorry.
Montreal Canadiens, where are they? Now I'm not talking about Farrell or the player all in the mix of the roster for the Montreal Canadiens yet, NMN. I'm talking about Enortap other players right now. And I did that exercise for everybody in that chat. I think you're going to like it. Maybe you take a screenshot if you want to. But where are they, the Montreal Canadiens, Enortap? Let me see where I am right there about this. The player play in Russia.
Their
Demidov
pathways.
with SKA. Kusnishkov, I screw up his name. I apologize, guys, on that one. Play with Nizi, the Torpedo, and KHL. They are the only 2 players play in the KHL. All the rest of the players play, guys, on the VHL. Gordon with Cognac. Kenin with the Dynamo. Kostenko with Kimik, exactly with Sobolev. Then Volenkin play with Menziek and the VHL. So they are all the player guys that play in the Russia right now, are the prospect for the Montreal Canadiens. Gordon, I know I have contract with the Montreal Canadiens yet, but it just give you an idea, Mr. Tap, where are they? Player playing in Sweden, where Burvis with a skill left there on the SHL, but he play also in the J20. He got a call up during weekend, play his first year career and the SHL. Eriksson play with the Vaxel and the SHL. The captain play with Tim Timra if he's returning on that team for the upcoming season, Mr. Tap, on the Sweden. Now for the Finland, we have only Kuivo with TPS and Liga. And the Swiss, we just talked about Vincent Rover, Mr. Tap, with the Lions and the NL for that one with that. And then we have an NCAA and the NCAA, Mr. Tap, Fuller, Boston College, Edge with the Michigan, Michael Edge, Harris with Denver University, Croteau play at Dartmouth College, Middlestad and Smith play with the Minnesota Golfer, and then Sawyer play with the team Providence for the Montreal Canadiens, on the prospect on that one. And finally, on the CHL, Mr. Tap, Top play with the Vancouver Giants, the Brats play with a new team, Bradford and OHL. I think Bradford changed the name for Mississauga, I believe, to Bradford. Could be wrong, Mr. Antep, I believe I'm right. QM, we have only Quindon Miller with the team Rimouski, and Miller is out for many months. And then on the BCHL, we have two players drafted by the Montreal Canadiens during the 2024. Ben
Yeah.
Merrill play with the team Bentington, and then Vec Vanex, the goaltender, play with the team Brooks. And this is the old team of which player drafted by the Montreal Canadiens? The Brooks Bandits, Mr. Antep. Logan
Don't
Sawyer.
remember. Logan Sawyer. Okay.
Yep. So let's give you a little bit what's going on, guys, on that one, and let people check in the talk in the chat. We tried, Mr. Antep, to bring a lot of contents here on the Montreal Canadiens and to all the people in the chat, Mr. Antep. I see what's going on.
Yeah, it's
On
good.
that
It's
one.
good to see their pathways, and obviously not all of those players will ever make it to the NHL level, and even the ones that will make it, they're not all going to be in Montreal. So it's interesting to see how they progress, right, or don't for that matter.
Yeah, it looked like Ottawa beat the Toronto Maple Leafs 6-5. Carter Yankin shot
Overtime.
from all the way from behind the net at la Bobby or scored a goal for that one or there. So
I think it was overtime, right?
yes, on overtime.
Yeah.
Great move for
Yeah,
Yankin
he's
shot
a
for Luke
great
Abassi.
talent. Great
We're getting
talent.
to 60 likes, Mr. Antap. We're getting there, Mr. Antap. But we're going to talk about the preview, guys. We still have 15 minutes to go. We still have a lot of things to talk about. Don't go nowhere. The Montreal Canadiens play 4 games on
This
the week,
week.
Mr. Antap. The Flyers, Monday night, Tuesday, New Jersey Devils, Thursday and Saturday, the Toronto Maple Leafs. All 4 games are going to be live here for the play-by-play with me. Don't forget, game start at 7 o'clock. We're going to open up the door. We're going to talk about the Montreal Canadiens. We have maybe some people join me. We try to create something new. I don't want to announce it, everybody, because we still have to wait for the to be sure it will work properly. But something's coming for the upcoming season, guys. For that, try to get something here, Mr. Tap. Give me once again. For the month,
I
for
think Patrick.
our channel, guys, we try to go. It's the software I use. Honestly, it's not complicated. My software can bring people on the Zoom. From the Zoom, I can bring people in the chat and live with me. So possible after the game, we're going to talk about a Zoom for 30 minutes. People come hanging with me. They want to talk about something. I click on them, and then they pop up with me. And it's really interesting with Snap. So we have to finalize my software if it work properly. But that's happening with Snap. By the way, we're missing 3 spots for the fantasy hockey guys on the ESPN. We run this for the last 3-4 years, Mr. Tap, right?
Join as soon as
And this
possible.
is
It's
the link right now
exciting.
in the chat. So if you want to join us, guys, the first 3 people, click on it, join the link, you're in. That's it. After that, you're going to be on the back on the list and wait for someone that's not going to work properly. And that's one thing we ask you. And the people ask us, Mr. Tap, when is the draft? The draft is going to be the last Sunday before the beginning of the season, October 8th. Yeah, 2 games on that weekend. Don't worry about that. But Sunday night, October 6th, I believe it is, and
It
at
is,
7
yeah.
o'clock p.m. Eastern Time is on top. The draft of the fantasy. And that was the winner the last season. Is it? Yamo win
Yes.
before
I believe so. Yeah.
that?
And you were second, and I was third.
I will join, but you don't want loser, Randy, about that. No, I want you to join us. We're going to make some trade with in our tap. That'd be great. Now, for the preview game for the week, Mr. Tap, Mishka versus Rebecca. For what I heard, I contact my guy for the Philadelphia Flyers, James, whatever his last name, and I asked him, and he told me Mishka should not be in the lineup for the Montreal again. Please today. So you don't expect Mitch Cobb to be in Montreal tomorrow night against Rebecca. That was the matchup I was looking for, honestly. But if you look about the full game, the question is on top on the 8 point this week. How many points do you expect Montreal going to get during the week? I know it's an excellent game, but still, what is your expectation?
So Philadelphia, New Jersey, and 2 against Toronto. I'm going to go with 5. 5 points.
5 points for the Montreal Canadiens.
Yes.
Ah,
It's we're guessing. We're spitballing because
yeah, but
it's hard to know
you don't
which
understand.
players are playing, and that kind of stuff. So, and
No doubt in
it's
my
going to
mind,
be
it's not that.
difficult.
We go with 6 points this week.
Okay, so you went over. Okay.
Yep, 6 points for the Montreal Canadiens for on that one. Thanks again for all the likes, Henry. And then Marco knocked the door. He's going to go back in the bed. He have to wake up the morning. But before the show, the guys, we do something new. Well, not new, but we start to do the clash. And tonight is going to be again Enortap again me, guys. And the people in the chat, it's time to be a part of that. If you don't mind, Mr. Enortap, are you ready on the clash?
Okay, let's do it, Coach. I hate this.
3 questions, Mr. Enortap, absolutely or not allowed. The last question, it's not about that. It's something else, but it's a really good one. I can wait for that question, guys, and the people in that chat. Absolutely or not allowed. Mr. Enortap, the first of the night. Here we go. Philippe Mézard, first mistake by Canadiens management draft in 2022. Some people give up. Boisvert gave up on Mézard. Mathias Brunet gave up on Mézard. Are you give up? If yes, do you think this is the first mistake by the Montreal Canadiens management on the draft 26 over pick in 2022? Absolute mistake or not at all?
So I'm assuming, Coach, when you say mistake, like I would say no in terms of drafting him. I think he has a very good skill set that he can bring to the team. I think he's a great playmaker. He's got very good speed. He can score if he has to. I like what he can bring to the team. If you meant it as was it a mistake to take him in the first round, then I would say absolutely. But if you're saying was it a mistake for Montreal to draft him, I would say not at all. It wasn't a mistake.
Okay.
So which one did you mean?
Okay, but at the end of the day, is it a mistake to set Mézard because Mézard did not reach
No,
his full potential or his expectation right now?
no. I would say not at all.
All right, for me, it is. It's absolutely. I will give you a reason why, Mr. One, I watch more and more game, and I watch a lot of hockey, everything like that. The great players are small size. They find a way to open themselves to go in an area where nobody watching them. I always said that if you play 16 minutes per game, Mr. Enortap, how many minutes or second you have the puck and you stick?
It's I don't know. I don't know what that stat is. It's
The stat in NHL, Mr. Enortap, an average. If you play 20 minutes, example, or
yeah,
60 minutes, how many
yeah.
minutes or second you have the puck and you stick per game?
Of those 16 minutes, I would venture to say maybe 4, 5.
Average, Mr. Enortap, is 53 seconds in NHL.
Oh wow. Okay.
So
I
they
was a
have
little bit over, but
15 minutes or they have 90 minutes, Mr. Enortap. They go on the ice with no puck. So you have to study them, what they are doing, where they are going at
yes.
the open
Yeah,
ice.
I agree.
How they go a
Yeah.
space where nobody is watching them, and all this something like that. Secondly, the only thing you're watching all the time if they crash to the net, if they play on the periphery or not. This is what the problem I have with Mazal. Great skater, great hands, 5'10", but if you don't drive to the net, Mr. Tap, you have a difficult time to go there on those areas. This is the reason for me, whatever are the projection or the expectation or development, everything like that, this is would be my problem with Philippe Mazal. This is where this is another player like Alexander Olds. This is a kind of player like that. You need to go in front of the net. You have to go drive on those areas. It's another peripheral player. We wish the best for Alexander Olds. He's a little bit more talented For me, on that question, Mr.
Yeah.
Zap, is absolutely for Philippe
I
Mazal.
think,
First mistake by Canadiens.
yeah, I see what you're saying, but I mean, not all players necessarily have to go towards the net. Like, I'm not saying he has to be a periphery player, but he's mostly a play setter, and with the speed he creates opportunities, and so that's the part that I think we have to be patient on. I think his size is a little bit of a liability, but again, I think he can overcome all these things. The only thing I would say against him would be I maybe would not have taken him in the first round, and you might counter by saying he wouldn't be available by the time they were picking second round. But I think, if I'm not mistaken, that year they had an early pick in the second round, so they could have got him then and gotten another
They
player
get Owen Beck,
at the late end of the first. Yeah, right, exactly. In the second
33.
round. Yeah,
I
yeah,
know people said in that chat that we got a dislike because of my comments about that. Give him a chance, give him 1 year, you're going to see that.
yeah.
I can see that. It's not a point. My point, guys, what he accomplished so far, it is not look like a 26 overall pick. This is my point behind that. Some people develop late. I can understand that. I know that. But at the end of the day, guys, Philippe Mazar, he did not dominate in the OHL. Look what happened with Kulich for the Buffalo Sabres. Draft 27, just behind him.
But do you think he has the skill set?
He has the speed, but he does not have that drive to go involved with physicality, to pay the price, all the fun
Yeah.
details of the game. And here's a prototype player, Mr. Tap. He will looking good to play in Sweden League, where is wide, where is large, where he have a space on the ice. When the game is so close, you have no space on the ice, Mr. Tap. This is why I see Mazar is able to make that one. At 20 years old and the OHL, for all the people, if you don't dominate that league, the chance to make the NHL is below at 5%. And you become maybe a
Well,
four-line laner in NHL. So,
we'll see. We'll see how he does this year, and that will be a service us much better in terms of evaluating where he's going to finish. But I still think give the guy some time. If he's got the skill set, it's more a matter of making sure you set him up with the right line mates.
uh, I like the comments of Gal. You are only as good as the opposite you are given. And I want to
Yeah,
remind
that's
you
what I
guys,
mean.
I want to remind everybody, and I like that comment because that reflect me. That is me thinking about 2 years ago, two times on tap at 18 years old when he got drafted. At
Yeah,
19 years old, last season, yeah, he could play with the Laval Rocket. He did not. He did not make it. Yeah, but they opened the
that's
door for
true.
him. But you have to go with Kitchener. It was a mess at 18 years old, Kitchener team. It was
Yeah.
bad, the locker room, the coaching staff, the fire, it was bad. Last season, I have a better year. I have a great tournament at the team Slovakia at the World Junior Championship. But again, I don't see Mezal to become that kind of player that were expectation was for the 26th overall pick. And this is a mistake. It will happen, Mr. Top, all the time between 20 to 32 to 50. Mistake happen in NHL draft about that. Mr. Top, it's getting interesting now. Nick Suzuki, better que Tim Suzla.
I think he's better. He's more well rounded in terms of a hockey player. Suzuki is. So if that's what you mean by better, I would say absolutely. I think Stutzel is a better goal scorer. Has probably a little bit more high end talent than Suzuki, but Suzuki's an overall better NHL player that performs under pressure much more so than what we see with Stutzel. And he doesn't dive. I had to add that in.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I agree with you. I think that reminds me sometimes player like a backup example versus Bergeron versus another player have more point but struggling on the other side of the game. This is a Tim Suzla. Um, Montreal Canadiens pay great attention. We remember because you remind me a lot of time when it was defense, you and me, we have a clash about how you pick NHL draft players, right? Talent wise versus the character of the players, or the
Yeah.
maturity of the player. Tim Suzla, at least if he does not change, that was his biggest enemies. It would be Tim Suzla and NHL.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. You're right about that, and I've always maintained that. That's why I like an Owen Beck because I like the character there. Right? It's not so much, and he has well, that's a whole different issue. We won't get into that. But Suzuki, I would say absolutely.
Exactly. Great comment in the chat from Roy for everybody else. Tony, the Mark, Gallagher, everything like that. Absolutely for Suzuki. But now it's coming a little bit complicated, Mr. Hunter. I have to squeeze you a little bit more because this one was not too bad.
Lots to squeeze here.
Here we go, Mr. Hunter. Do you take Kachuk, Suzla over Sakaski and Suzuki?
Are we talking about which Kachuk are we talking about?
For Brady Kachuk for the Ottawa
Oh,
Senators.
Brady. Okay, Brady. Okay. I'll take Slavkovsky and Suzuki, and I'm not being a homer here on this. It's just I think the two work much better together as a 1-2 punch.
Now, before Mr. Hunter, you continue right there. I want to remind you,
Yeah,
Kachuk scored 37 goals last season. 2 years ago,
lovely.
Souza hit 90 points. He dropped at
Yeah.
78 this season. Ketchup, he's going to score 40 goals this season, I believe. But again, I just want to mention this before you make your final
Well,
answer.
no, I mean the Kachuk increase in goals was also predominantly due to the fact that there were a lot of injuries on the team, so he gained extra ice time that way and had to lead the team. But where did he lead them to? Out of the playoff position. So I wasn't overly impressed by that. I like that he's a leader and he's a solid player, brings a lot to the table. I'm not a huge fan of Stutzel. Like I said, I like his skill set. I don't think his mind is where it needs to be a team player. But I don't see that confusion with Slavkovsky and Suzuki. I think that they work very well together. So as a pairing, I'd rather have those two than Kachuk and Stutzel.
All right, Mr. Antap, I make the show so I can cheat a little bit.
And you could take the other one. Go ahead.
All right. Right now, Kachuk Souza over Suzuki Sakowski. And the next 3 years, the development of Sakowski are going to give us a better answer. Because I think Brady Kachuk is the best player of the four players we just mentioned right now. Yeah, no Brady Kachuk for the Montreal Canadiens.
No, I don't disagree with that. Like I said, I have utmost respect for him. I'm looking at it as a pairing and what works better together. Is it Kachuk or Stutzel, or is it Slavkovsky and Suzuki? And right now, I'm more in favor of Slavkovsky and Suzuki.
Okay, for me right now, I think Kachuk is Souza over Sakowski is Suzuki because Sakowski is not a player again still established and it shall need to develop. We have to see more for Sakowski to bring to my answer to say not allowed. It's not Kachuk Souza, but right now I have to go with absolutely for that one, Mr. Tap, because Kachuk prove it, Souza prove it, and I believe Suzuki is not there yet. I think Suzuki have one more step, Mr. Tap, to reach the next level. And same situation with Suzla.
I
Suzla
mean,
is only 22 years old, Mr. Tap. Is
oh
22.
yeah,
So he still have
but
one more
they're
step.
all young. They're all young. I agree with that. But I also look and see Suzuki and Slavkovsky have shown only improvement. If we're looking at numbers, they've only shown improvement over the years that they've been on the team. We can't say the same thing about Kachuk and Stutzel, right? Like, I think Stutzel had a bit of an off year. I mean, he picked it up towards the end of the year a little bit, but it wasn't as good as the previous year. So
I don't
that
know,
that
Mr.
enters
Tap,
the
you
equation.
remember. You want to hear?
Go ahead.
Montreal Canadiens could select Brady Tkachuk.
Yeah, I remember. How can you forget? We went with the Kokonyemi. That was a big mistake.
But
That could
at
have
the end of
changed
the
our
day, Mr.
fortune.
Tap, he would not win the Turkey Awards with us if he was not drafted the Montreal Canadiens. Mr. Tap, to complete the clash, and for the people in the chat, I can't wait for that one. I think it's a good one. I tried to fix Mr. Tap.
You're getting everybody to fight in the chat, Coach. That's
Which duo will
contrarian to.
score the most goals in the 2024-2025? Matthews Nylander, Tresado
Holy
McDavid, Rantanen
smokes!
McKinnon, Point Guenzel, Stankos Marchessault, Reynard Verhey. And if you put all the goals together, Mr. Tap, yes, Matthews scored 69 goals, I believe, last season, and another 40. It's the most goals. Tresado and McDavid are approximately 95 goals, guys, for everybody else. Rantanen McKinnon at point with the Lightnings, and then Quenzel with Carolina and the Pittsburgh Penguins. Then Stankos, Marchessault are 80 something, and then Renard Every approximately 90. So honestly, Matthews and Nylander are a little bit over, but the rest of the five other group duo are pretty similar. But you answer, Mr. Top, with that one. Yeah,
Ah,
no, absolutely or not allowed. As you give us, you answer of the combo.
that is a tough one. If I narrow it down, I would say the top three that you have there. It will come from those three pairings. If I had to decide on one, it's just goals, right? So I think I'd go with McDavid and Draisaitl. And the reason why I say that is because they both have shown that they can put up 50 goals minimum per year. Um, Edmonton also will have, I think, with the kind of team that they have, like they'll have greater opportunity on the power play. They had one of the most lethal power plays all year long. So those two guys are always together on the power play. I mean, I like Matthews and Nylander as well. I just don't know if Nylander can get to 50. So I'm going to go with Draisaitl and McDavid.
All right,
But I don't think
people,
you can go wrong with
Mr. Top, we
anybody.
have everything right now. We have Matthews
Yeah,
Nylander, Tresado McDavid, like PLW. We have Anthony McKinnon. We have Point Quenzel. We don't hear anything about Reynard, Every, Marchessault, Stankos. For me, for the bottom two, Mr. Tap, can Reynard do it again? It's hard to do a back-to-back year in NHL, like Hyman, right? It would be hard for Reynard to do
yeah,
it. Verhey did 42 goals the year before that. He reached only 38 this season. Stankos
that's
Marchessault, my
right.
only problem for that, Mr. Tap, both are right winger, and secondly, both have a new team. The chemistry and play on the power play, I think they cannot reach those numbers. Point Guenzel is very interesting. This is approximately 90 goals for them. Rantanen McKinnon, this is approximately 95 goals for
Good.
me. Tresado
Yeah, yeah.
McDavid, it's approximately 95 to 100
To
goals.
100. Yeah,
Matthews Nylander. So can Matthews within again a 60 goal? It give you 60 goal. Can Nylander reach 40 goal? It's 100. At the end of the day, if I just go zero by zero, I have to go with Matthews Nylander because of Matthews is a machine, a scoring guy. And whatever Matthews scores 65 goals, Mr. Tap, Nylander would drop at 35, or Nylander stay at 40 goal plus, and Matthew have a little bit less goal. I think they will have a little bit more goal at Trestle McDavid. But this is a great question, Mr. Tap. I
it
believe
is. It is. No, it's
on that one.
uh, they were my second group, but yeah, I'm looking at it more from. I think you can get both Draisaitl and McDavid with 50 goal seasons, and I I was thinking you can't. Not that you can't. I think Nylander maybe is capable of hitting 50. I mean, he came close. What did he get? 46 or 47 last year, if
Yep.
I'm not mistaken. So he can probably hit it too, but I think he's also going to be tried, if I'm not mistaken, at center this year. Um, so it's not that it's new. He's done that before in the minors, but he's played on the wing all this time. So it's going to be more responsibility on his back in terms of defensive coverage, which he has to work on quite a bit. It's gotten better over the years, but it's still not where it needs to be, and so that might take away from his offense a little bit. So that
Yeah.
was my only trepidation.
Now, great. We have a lot of great comments in the chat right now about the
Yeah.
bumper. And I think Tony DeMarc make a great point about the fact Renard is the best bumper guy in NHL. I said to you, Brandon Point is another great bumper in NHL. And this is where PLW bring Cole Caulfield in the equation. And I like that because Cole Caulfield does not have a really strong slap shot at long distance. When I said that, you have a one-timer, but more at the inside of the dots. And inside the dots, Mr. Tap, to the goal line is about 15 feet. When you go
Yeah.
outside the dots, Caulfield have a difficult time to put the puck in the net. If you use at the bumper between the hash mark, and now you can use a great wrist shot or a one-timer quick release, fit very well on the projection of the scoring more goal for Cole Caulfield on that area, I believe. This is a great comment for Tony and Mark and everybody in the chat about that.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah.
I'm just curious for everybody in the chat, who is the bumper for the Canada Avalanche? McKinnon is right there, Renton is over there, Lekanen in front of net, right? Only
Yeah.
Kushkin.
Yeah. Nikushkin is the right guy to have in that position, I believe,
And
because
Nikushkin,
he's got the.
is it Lekanen on the bumper?
No, I don't. I don't think he
Nikushkin
was
cleared
in
the
the
goal
bumper.
line with Renton. I'm just curious. Just Drouin last year, bumper?
At one point, he may have been there, but I don't think he's the natural to put at that spot. I really do think it's Nikushkin there.
Yeah, it'll be interesting what happening about this, Mr. Enortap. A great point for Tony. Should I be worried that Lenny is a chronic injury kind of the guy? He look slow in the scrimmage game and then have a therapy a day. A2, I just want to confirm he had no therapy day today. He was back on the
He was
ice.
back
It
on the
was a
ice.
misinformation for the White House. No, just kidding, Mr. Enortap. About that. From the red, blue,
Russian
white
collusion.
some reporter bring that yesterday, A2, but he was back on the ice today at 12 o'clock on that. I will say to you, A2, this is what you got with Laney. He will look like slow sometime. He did not skate, guys, since February. I don't want to make excuse, but this is a reality. That's what he said, Martin Saru, to be patient with him and Kirby Doc.
And Doc.
With them.
Yeah.
And again, somehow, somewhere, Mr. Tap, boom, the puck is in the net with Patrick Laney. So
when you're a sniper coach, you don't, like I said before many times, you don't lose that. No matter if your game slows down or not, the opportunities might not be there as much, but when you get the puck, obviously that skill set is always intact.
you have to write A2. It's a real short record, China, about that one over there. Mr. Tap,
All
I
three.
want to let you know, but I want to tell you one thing. The end of the show, Mr. Tap, we tried to stay in the race of the 90 minutes, but there was so many good things happening in the chat tonight, guys. We crossed 60 likes, Mr. Tap. Well done again, Mr. Tap. What a great night for talking about the Montreal game review and the preview of the week for the Montreal. Don't forget, we'll be back on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday. We have
Sunday
game for the Montreal game. We'll take a Sunday next week. Within after we have a day off Friday night, guys. Be aware we're going to be open up at 7:00 p.m. Eastern Time for the full game of the Montreal Canadiens. The Flyers tomorrow night, Tuesday. The Devils Thursday, Saturday. Match parity with Toronto Maple Leafs. A back-to-back game. for the Montreal Canadiens and the Toronto Maple Leafs. Until the next time, Mr. Tap, this is the reason you pop up every Sunday night.
You are awesome. You are amazing. You are the best. And remember, you have greatness inside of you.
What a great show tonight. We want to thank Habs Weekly Report with all the news about the NHL score, and that's fun news. We want to thank some moderator, Ron with Kings, knocked the door tonight, and all the people who participate at that great show tonight. Click on the likes, and we want to thank all of you. Without you, the show would be impossible. And without the knowledgeable of the hockey from Enortap, the show would be not the same. Until next time, my friend, be well, be healthy. Find a way not only dominate your day, find a way to dominate the second app or what, Mr. Enortap?
You're 2024.
You did it again. Had an amazing, great week, Mr. Enortap. I will see you possible Wednesday, if not next Sunday. Until then, amazing, great for you. Another great weeks in front of you. And let's talk about the Montreal Canadiens for Wednesday night, Mr. Enortap.
Let's do it. Good night, Coach. Good night, Hockey Nation. And go Habs, go.
Here we go. Good night. What a great night of the Hockey Nation tonight by the Montreal Canadiens. Until the next time, my friends, the Hockey Nation, the Habs Nation wants to tell you one more thing. We love you, friends. Have an amazing, great night, everybody. Have a great week, sir. Be back tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, for the first game for the Montreal Canadiens game season 2024-2025. Good night, everybody. Oh. Booyah!